All right, all right. Thank the Lord for another beautiful, beautiful, blessed morning. Giving a great shout out to the YouTube family and everybody. Hope y'all doing well. Actually, I just want to come back and give you a hand, Mitty man. Thank God for you always. And that video you did this morning talking about jealousy and envy. That was right for me this morning. I needed to hear that. And yeah, like you said, we talked about a while back how people won't help you, say they got your back, and then soon as you get started, can't nobody be found. And I'm gonna just be real with you, bro. Like you said, it can be done, but it takes longer when you got to do it by yourself. And it's taking me a while, man. And but you know what? I'd rather for it to take me longer than to not come out with nothing at all with this project. Because I'd rather take my time and do it if I got to do it by myself than to rush and put out some mess. Because we all know what happens when we rush. And I always say, man, don't nobody want to help you bake the cake, but everybody is there to get their piece of it when it's finished. But don't nobody want to help you grind it. So that video was so on point, and actually, it's talking about some of the stuff I'm dealing with. And when you got to do things by yourself, it do make you stronger. And I like how you tied that in with church. And you know what, Mitty man, I got a lot of people mad at me right now because I'm not helping them no more, especially groups. I told you a long time ago, I got out of all those groups because it wasn't nothing but a waste of time. And like you always say, if God ain't in it, it's best you get out of it. I had to get out a whole lot of this stuff, and people don't understand because I said instead of spending time on other people's stuff, let me focus on what I started and didn't finish. And when you get back to doing what you started, oh, how everybody said they were gonna help you, they pull to the side. And it do, like you said, it do it takes a little bit longer. But that's why I want to title this video, excuse me. It may take a little while longer, but you can get it done. It might just take a little while longer, but you can get it done. And this is not just with music. Anything you doing in life, you might be like that on your job. You know, I tell any pastor with trying to grow a church, when God gives a pastor a vision, 9 times out of 10 the congregation don't even see it because they stuck in their traditional and religious ways that, well, we've been running things like this for so long that it got to be like this, it got to be like that. This is the way the last pastor ran it. And that's why people don't never get no further than where they at. So I don't know about them, many man, but I'm a child of God that likes to move forward. And I always tell people, don't let nobody stop you from getting to the next level. Even with you, Mitty man, I'm encouraging you in this video. Whatever you got going with Walker's music, keep your head up. But I know it's hard, man, because another thing about when you got to do it by yourself, it take a whole lot out of you, man. It take a whole lot out of you. Trust me, I know where you're coming from. And when it take a lot out of you, sometimes you get frustrated and you be ready to quit. But I'm here to tell both of us in this video, I encourage myself too. We can't quit, man. We can't quit. We got to keep pressing on no matter what. Even they left Jesus hanging. So I heard my boy Steve Harvey once said, they put Christ on the cross for nothing. So what do you think how people gonna treat us? And that's so deep to me. He got put on the cross for nothing. And here we are followers of Christ. So we already know what to expect coming our way. But when you gotta do it by yourself, see, somebody else will catch this later on. When you are in this world trying to do right. Let me say it like Paul. Every time I try to do good, evil is always present. But you know what, man, we can't have good without evil. That's why I say you can't even go outside and crank up your car with two positive cables. You got to have negative and positive just to crank your car up. And that's just like it is in our life. You're going to always have positive on this side and negative on this side. And the people that you think got your back won't even be around at all. Man, you know, man, out of all the people we done helped, you would think when it came to doing something for yourself, people would just volunteer and say, brother, I got your back. Or, man, you helped me all these years. But that's how it is. Earth, Wind, and Fire did a song called "It's the Way of the World." And really, that's the way of the world, how people are. That's how they're going to be. Some going to change. Some ain't going to change at all. Some going to move forwards. And a lot of them going to keep on moving backwards. And the ones that move backwards, them the ones I don't even need to be around. I need to be moving toward the ones that's moving forward. I got an old saying, if you can't push, pull. If you ain't going to pull, get on out of the way. And sometimes with that pulling, you got to pull by yourself. So the load ain't heavy, man. It's the way we carrying it. And as long as we got God the head and we let God handle it, that load is easy to carry down that street. You know, I always talk about a truck that's making a lot of noise going down the street. He's making all that racket, you know why? Because he don't have no load on the back. But when you see that truck with that load, it's smooth. Because that truckload, that weight got that truck loaded down, and that truck, that noise, it can't bounce around because he's carrying the load. Now, I'd rather be carrying the load than to not be carrying nothing at all, because Christ carried his cross, and he carried it, and he died for all of us. So it might take a little bit longer, but you can get it done. You can get it done. And if we leave folks alone that ain't moving forward, it's a whole lot better. Same thing with the children of Israel. They could have got into the promised land way ahead of time. Even Moses, look at Moses. Let's just say it like this: them same ones that kept complaining, Moses let them stop him from getting into the promised land at that time. So you better be careful who you're hanging around with, because you can be hanging around with ones that just want to complain and murmur and stay where they are. People don't understand that, man. I get a whole lot out of the children of Israel with Moses. Let them same ones keep them from getting in the promised land. So watch who you're hanging with. Sometimes you got to cut folks off. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but you do. You either going to help or you're not going to help at all. You either with somebody or you against them. Simple as that. And this jealousy and envy, man, you're talking about, man, you hit home. I just preached that to my choir a few weeks ago. That's why people gonna stay mad at me, but I don't care. Like I say, I'd rather have you mad at me than to have God mad at me for what I'm not doing that he tells me to do. And when you are a minister of music, you already know how they go, brother. You ain't just started yesterday. I've been doing it since I was 15 years old, and I done seen some mess. Done been through some mess, and probably gonna see a whole lot more mess. But in spite of that, everything I went through, I learned what to do, how to do it, and I also learned what not to do by looking at bad examples. We have to be great leaders. Even as a minister of music, you gotta everybody be dependent on the minister of music. Then you got those ones that think they can do your job better than you, and they can't sing at all. Trying to teach parts and can't even hold a note. Tell you to put them in A flat and they be in the key of Z. Well, we'll catch that later on. But like you say, man, some women need to get out of the choir stand and go get on the usher board or get in the kitchen committee. Because my thing is, if God ain't called you or blessed you with that gift, if you tone deaf, singing ain't for you. If you can't hold a note at all, I mean, maybe singing is not for you. You might can stand on that door and be the best usher. You might can write good and can be a good church secretary. I'm not being funny in this video either, man. There's too many people getting into the wrong positions, knowing that ain't their gift. But you got people making themselves a gift. Oh, brother, I can sing. I've been singing for 30 years. And in them 30 years, ain't nobody told you can't. Well, I tell you, I just try to tell the truth, man. So it might take a little bit longer, but sometimes you got to do it. I was trying not to preach in this video. I always go back to David. Look at how David encouraged himself. Donald Lawrence did a song called Encourage Yourself. Sometimes you got to just keep on encouraging yourself like David did. That David didn't have a whole lot of people that was on his side. A lot of time when he was on that run, he had to meditate on the Lord and encourage himself, because most people are going to be against you. And let me say something off the wall that you might don't understand. Most Christians are going to be against you. Most Christians are the ones toting the jealousy. Most Christians are the ones walking around with the hatred. Most Christians are the ones who don't want to forgive. Go back to Jesus and his ministry. All of those Pharisees, hypocrites, you vipers, you scribes, the teachers of the law, all of the ones that supposed to have been on Jesus' side was against him. Jesus had a better relationship with the sinners. You think I'm lying? Go look at the sinful woman. You think I'm lying? Look at a lot of people that's supposed to have been the ones that you thought was going to be on Jesus' side. They wasn't. Even his own rejected him. So what did that tell you? And with that being said, it might take a little bit longer, but you can do it by yourself. Love everybody. That's the word for this beautiful Sunday morning. I got to get on out of here. Got a full day ahead. See y'all when I see y'all. God bless. Peace. Take care.